What is good, y'all? It's your boy Cobb, aka Double Flamingo, aka The GOAT, aka coming off a 3-win streak after my win last week versus the Phalanx. Again, really wasn't expecting to win that. Watch that battle if you would like. Link is in the little information box up there, or just go to my channel. But this week, matchup is still kind of difficult. While we are 5-3, which puts us tied for 4th with Bionic Lettuce and the Pukamuku Purgatory, that means that we have to play the #1 seed in the entire league, Daniel and the Garchomp Gladiators, and his team is a doozy. So if you watched my previous videos, you saw how I was doing my team builder. I'm switching it up a little bit this week, putting a little more high effort into it. So tell me if you enjoyed that in the comment section down below. So yeah, so the Garchomp Gladiators are a pretty dangerous team. Mons like Weavile, really strong offensively, can knock me, can triple axle, just a really dangerous mon. He's got Mega Garchomp, which is the mascot, very diverse move pool, can break through anything with its 170 physical attack, scale shot, earthquake, and fire blast. He's got Gholdengo, which is both useful offensively and defensively. It can run a scarf, it can run an air balloon, it can really do anything. He's got Volcarona, which is a really dangerous setup sweeper. Quiver Dance plus Flame Body plus really good stats and really good speed is difficult to deal with. He's got Sandy Shocks, which is there for support. It can set up rocks, it can set up screens, it can pivot around Volt Switch, it can Thunderwave things. He's got defensive mons like Mandibuzz and Porygon 2, which can sort of wall a good amount of my team. He's got Azumarill, which can be bulky, it can be offensive, it can be bulky offense, you never really know. And he's got a Fortress, which can set up hazards, and also just be a really good wall with its 140 base physical defense. He also has a Machamp, but we're not going to talk about Machamp because he's not relevant here. So the first mon that I'm choosing to bring this week is going to be the classic Urshifu Rapid Strike with this set that I have down here. So Urshifu is not necessarily at its best this week. My speed investment hits 402 after a Choice Scarf, which is faster than Scarf Gholdengo. I'm also faster than all of these guys, assuming that they're not speed boosting in any way, shape, or form. At max investment timid. So a lot of things sort of wall Urshifu here. You can see that even if this Porygon isn't physically defensive, he's not dying to a Scarf close combat. Same thing goes for Mandibuzz. Same thing goes for Azumarill. Same thing goes for Gholdengo, because Gholdengo can be either defensive with like helmet or leftovers, or it can be scarf, and I'm not really taking it out that easy regardless, and it 2 KOs me in return. So that's dangerous. Really, any of these 6 mons kind of wall Urshifu in a pretty decent way, even with all my coverage. Ice Punch is just there for Garchomp, but I'm gonna show him in a second. I have a difficult time breaking through all this, so Urshifu's really here as a late game cleaner. Also just so he... Really, Shifu doesn't matter. It can really be a sack in the late game because it doesn't beat a lot of mons on its own. But once I get like 50% chip on everything, and also when I get these guys out of the way, which is what Shifu's actually good at, because it kills Weavile with U-turn or close combat, it kills Garchomp with Ice Punch, and it kills Sandy Shocks with Surging Strikes. That's what Shifu's going to be used for. So next mon on my team, we have my GOAT, my pixelated little guy, Mr. Hands, the Hoopa Unbound. This week I'm running Eject Pack with Hyperspace Fury in an attempt to generate some momentum. 205 speed is faster than uninvested Gholdengo and max invested Azumarill, assuming that he's not timid. I believe that's adamant speed stat. And against those two, I'm doing really solid damage. Versus max Phys Def Gholdengo, I come really close to knocking it out with the Hyperspace Fury. And Make It Rain doesn't really do that much to me if he's special attack invested. Gunk Shot knocks out Azumarill pretty easily. I don't want to take anything back from Azumarill, but because I basically always OHKO, I'm going to be fine, assuming that he's not Phys Def. Garchomp is another matchup that's kind of iffy. If I have any amount of chip on myself, there's a pretty good chance I die to Earthquake or a good amount of hits from Scale Shot, but I always kill it with Ice Punch if I can read a switch. Volcarona is... like, I'm sort of a budget Volcarona check. I'm expecting Volk to have the set that I have down here with physical defense investment and a little bit of speed, and Flamethrower and Psychic. So if he's not special attack invested, then I take most of what he does pretty well, and I'm dealing good damage back with Hyperspace Fury. If I get good chip on this, I can usually 1v1 it with Hoopa. Porygon 2 is another mon that Hoopa is kind of here to deal with. So when I lose my Eject Pack, my ability Magician on Hoopa lets me take the item of anything that I hit. So if I take Porygon's Eviolite after hitting it once, then Hyperspace Fury or Drain Punch plus another one will always knock out not physically defensive Porygon 2. So that's super useful in that matchup. Really, Hoopa's just going to be like taking items like, I'm going to take enemy helmets, I'm going to take Eviolites, I'm going to take boots, I'm going to take bands, I'm going to take scarfs, and I'm going to try and do work like that. So yeah, that's what Hoopa's running. Next mon I'm bringing this week is Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn running this set right here. I have the helmet because this is basically coming in anytime that I see Weavile. I don't care if he icicle crashes because it always 3 KOs me, assuming that he's not adamant, but he very well could be adamant. It's a knockoff absorber. Leftovers I figure would be getting knocked too often to really get me any recovery, so I'll just take the extra helmet chip. And if he triple axles into my Ferrothorn with Weavile, then he instantly dies. Otherwise, he's still taking like 30% of his health if he knocks me off. Garchomp is another matchup that's iffy because it gets Fire Blast, and that's 4 times effective, and I have no Spadef investment, but I stop him from setting up with Sub or SD if I get a couple Gyro Balls off, which is nice. I have stuff to revenge kill this in the back, so I just need to get my little damage with Gyro Ball, and I'm good. He needs to bring Fire Blast on this in order to kill my Pharaoh, and that has a 15% chance of missing. It also is not guaranteed to kill me, unless he has a good amount of special attack investment, so that's useful there. Another matchup that is decent for Ferrothorn is Gholdengo. Gholdengo, I don't have calcs on here for gold, but I can switch in on it okay, and I'm fine with knocking off the gold, getting a little bit of Gyro Ball damage, setting up rocks in its face. I don't want to be set up by gold, so that can be kind of annoying, but Azumarill is another mon that Ferrothorn can switch in on. Superpower is a little scary, but Aqua Jet, Play Rough, any of those sort of coverage moves I'm fine to take. Fortress doesn't like spinning on me because, again, it's taking Rocky Helmets plus Iron Barb's chip. Porygon 2, I should be able to switch in fine on that and absorb Toxic. Same goes for Mandibuzz. So yeah, and Sandy Shocks is also like, it can Volt Switch on me. Big whoop. I get up my rocks. I seed something. I knock something. It's totally fine. Ferrothorn is fat, and I just get to sit on all 6 of these mons most of the time, which is nice. Next mon that I'm bringing this week is one of my favorite defensive mons, Clodsire. Look at that big little guy. Look at that big little guy with his little face animation. This is a set that I'm going to be running this week. I'm running Toxic Spikes instead of Toxic because I believe that the hazards could be useful for stuff like this Volcarona, even though it's always going to have boots. In the event that he's running Substitute Volcarona with like Sub, Wisp, Quiver Dance, Fiery Dance or something like that, I don't know why you run that because it can't break some of my mons, but whatever. Rock Tomb is always going to break a sub if he's max physically defensive. It also keeps him from getting too fast to where I can't revenge kill him, and I always sit on Volcarona if it's only attacking move. Like, its best attacking move to hit me is Psychic. He needs a bunch of Spadef drops in order to break this, so he's not going to be able to break this most of the time because I have Unaware. Gholdengo is another mon that I sort of sit on. Defensive goal with Psyshock. Like, it's a really, really weighted in my favorite role for it to 2 a KO, so I can switch it on gold most of the time. If it just has Shadow Ball and Make It Rain, then I just get to eat those forever. And after I break its Balloon with Rock Tomb, because I think Balloon Gold is likely because Clodsire can't do anything to it with a normal set, I just get to take all of his recovers and Earthquake him to death. Next mons that are kind of issues for Claude are Weavile and Garchomp. These make the Clodsire very sad. He gets very sad if he sees these guys because they just kill him with super effective physical moves. But as for the rest of his team, Sandy Shocks I can sit on. Earth Power hurts a little bit, but also I'm a Clodsire. Azumarill, I get to sort of play the 50-50. Like, if he's banded, I can switch it on Play Roughs, and that's fine. He has to have big balls to water move in my face. Because there's potential that I'm water absorb and not unaware, but I don't think Azu is that threatening here, so I'm not water absorb, I'm just unaware because Volcarona is more of a threat. Fortress, I'm cool to just keep getting spikes up as it tries to spin on me. It can't Volt Switch out on me. Body Press is going to do basically nothing, so Fortress is whatever. Porygon, I get my hazards up for free on Porygon. Ice Beam's not going to do much. Tri-Attack isn't going to do much. Mandibuzz, if you knock me, that's annoying, but it's still fine. If you want to defog away my hazards, I can set them back up, and that's totally fine. I mentioned their Porygon. We got my own Porygon coming this week. I'm running Specs with Download. This coverage that I'm running, well, first let's talk about my speed stat. 304 speed is faster than all of these guys if they are non-speed boosting natures. And Tri-Attack sort of hits his entire team like a truck. it kills its own son with Tri-Attack pretty easily. Like, if you switch in, I just get to keep Tri-Attacking. I get to fish for a Paralyze. I get to fish for a Burn. I get to fish for a Freeze. If he's not specially defensive, then I straight up 2-KO him, which is why I think Porygon has to be specially defensive, because it's really his only switch in that he has, unless he's running, like, Assault Vest specially defensive, like a Azumarill or something. But even that doesn't like a Thunderbolt. There's versus Gholdengo. Thunderbolt's going to do good damage because that's his only switch into Tri-Attack since it's a Ghost type. Thunderbolt knocks it out. Easy to a KO, assuming I get a boost off of something. If he's defensive, if he's offensive, then I always do a KO, regardless if I have a boost or not. And I'm always living to Make It Rain from, I don't know what kind of Gholdengo that is, but I'm assuming that's offensive Gholdengo. Yeah. Garchomp, I usually live in Earthquake. It's not worth the extra investment divesting away from my special attack in order to always live it, but I'll take mostly living it just because it doesn't like switching in on Tri-Attack. After Rocks, it's basically like super weight on my favorite kill, assuming I have the special attack boost for Tri-Attack. Weavile, it will not kill me with a Banded Icicle Crash, assuming that he's Jolly, not Adamant. He could easily be Adamant. And I think that's weighted in my favor, because if he can get a flinch, but he can also miss the Crash. He could also be Ice Spinner. He could be doing anything. Knockoff completely terminates me, but hopefully this is a matchup where he wants to click Ice Move over Knockoff, because I have a Ferrothorn coming around, and Knockoff is Contact, and Tri-Attack just basically eviscerates it, even if I don't have my boost. Versus Volcarona, I'm really fine with trading this for Volcarona. I'm doing outrageous damage with Tri-Attack, and it can't really, like, even if it's at +1, it's still not hitting me that hard back. I'll easily get the damage on Volcarona with this. Versus these other guys, Azumarill, Sandy Shocks, and Mandibuzz, I'm doing outrageous damage with Tri-Attack. This is all boosted Tri-Attack damage, basically OHKOing all of them for the most part, even though Mandibuzz is defensive. And Fortress is really the only thing on his team that doesn't get killed by Tri-Attack and can sort of kill me back. Like, if he switches in his Fortress after a sack, my Porygon gets forced out because I don't want to risk dying to a body press. So Fortress gets a little medal. He gets a medal for being able to do that. But yeah, that's my Porygon. Last mon on the team is going to be Mega Altaria, which is coming with this set this week. I'm running defensive instead of offensive with Dragon Dance to try and beat things like Gholdengo a little easier. Gholdengo, I get eviscerated by Make It Rain. Obviously, it's a steel move and I'm a fairy type. But I eat Shadow Balls pretty well, and I 2-KO with Flamethrower. So if he doesn't have Make It Rain, or he's like locked into something else with Choice Scarf, then I get to switch in on that, and that's pretty fine. Next mon, Garchomp. I get to sit on Garchomp most of the time. Assuming that he's not attack boosted nature, I eat Earthquakes pretty freely, and he can't sub on me because I have Hyper Voice. He really just loses the 1v1 with Garchomp every time unless he has like Poison Jab, but that's a lot of move slots. He needs like Poison Jab, Swords Dance, Scale Shot, Fire Blast, maybe Substitute. It's just too many move slots. He can't run them all. Next mon, Weavile. Weavile, I actually survive a Adamant Banded Icicle Crash and I kill it back with Hyper Voice. So that's a 1v1 trade that I'm totally fine to take, because an issue that y'all have noticed with my team, if you've been watching, is I really don't like mons that come in and click a really hard ice move. So that's a trade I'm fine to make. Volcarona doesn't have the juice in order to break me. It needs to set up a bunch with Psychic in order to really do like feasible damage to me, and I can just Toxic it, and then it's put on a timer, and it has to have Roost in order to not succumb to the toxic damage. Again, I don't think he's going to be substitute on Volcarona. I think it's too greedy. He doesn't have enough coverage to hit things like my clodsire if Volcarona's even coming. So yeah, I'm fine to trade that. Fortress is... The main reason I'm running this set on Altaria is because Fortress spinning away my hazards is annoying. I like getting rocks up with my Ferrothorn. So if I lead Altaria, it's my designated lead if I see Fortress. If I lead Altaria into Fortress, it has to switch out because it just gets completely eviscerated by a Flamethrower, which lets me keep my hazard pressure up pretty well, which is awesome. Azumarill, I'm assuming just blows me back with the play rough, so I'm not trying to mess with that guy. Sandy Shocks, if that's also the lead, I'm fine if it pairs me. I'm fine if it overpowers. I just get my chip with Hyper Voice and deal with that going later in the game. And the defensive mons get Toxic or Hyper Voiced in the case of Mandibuzz. So yeah, that is my team. That is the team that I'm going to be bringing this week. This team builder is a little longer, but that's because it's a little more detailed, a little more effort. So yeah, my battle is tomorrow. I will see you guys, for you in 2 seconds, for me, like 24 hours. Bye-bye. Okay, so we are here in the battle with Mr. Daniel Gaming 234. He does not have Fortress, so his hazard control is non-existent. His team is not what I expected. I don't think he did much labbing. He mentioned how he built his team pretty quickly. I believe the lead here is probably going to lead Sandy Shocks. That's pretty likely. So I can just lead Shifu like I want to, I think. That's totally fine. If he leads Shocks, then I just go hard into Claude. I don't want to get caught by a Weavile lead. I don't want to get caught by a Scarf Gholdengo lead. So I'm just going to lead Shifu. Ready when you are. It's interesting. Very interesting. No Porygon 2. That's also surprising. So his switch-ins for Porygon Z are pretty limited because he doesn't have Porygon 2. It's very interesting how he decided to build his team this week. Okay. So he leads Azu. Azu is an interesting lead. He's probably just going to belly drum. I can switch pretty easily into my Ferrothorn, and that's fine by me. No helmet? Okay. If he superpowers, then I'm a fool. Knockoff, totally fine. Leftovers. Okay. It's not Assault Vest. Does a superpower kill me? And do I know what investment he is with that damage? My U-turn did 13, so he's not max defense. He can just be max HP, which is likely. So assume he's max attack. Huge power, adamant. His superpower would do to my Ferrothorn. Would not knock me out. Okay, so I just get to go for rocks or a knockoff. I'm gonna set up rocks. That's fine. Huh. He's probably gonna wisp. Or sub, that's fine. Either of those scenarios, I'm fine to go clodsire. If he wisps, so be it. Psychic, totally fine. I eat that for lunch. He doesn't have hazard control, I'm just going to set up a T-Spike. Okay, he's going for his damage. I'm going to recover on whatever he wants to do. I've had a really busy night for those of y'all that don't know, which is all of you because I didn't tell any of you. Just have had a lot going on. He never knocks me out with 2 unless he crits me. So, is that specs damage? No, that's just max special attack. Okay, so Rock Tomb would do a lot. I can recover and then Rock Tomb and that's always fine. I'm going to do that. But I am giving him a free switch to Weavile. I think I Rock Tomb on this one. Because he's likely to switch. No, I always recover. Yeah. Recover is a safe move. Okay. Perfect. Fine if he takes my recovers. He's sacking his Moth. Okay, Gholdengo, totally fine. He is Balloon. Dope. Rock Tomb, break his Balloon. Sub. Interesting. Oh, it still pops through sub. That's amazing. That's great. That's amazing. Okay. Oh, the crit probably mattered. Okay. He's max special attack. That crit definitely probably mattered. That's awkward. But it's fine. I'll deal with it. I think I just go Hoopa, and I Hyperspace Fury. He's gonna make it rain into the Hoopa, definitely, or Shadow Ball. He's not gonna go for Side Shock. So I can Hyperspace Fury into Urshifu Surging Strikes, and that's always fine. So yeah, that's my play. Okay, I knew that was a potential roll, so it's fine. Stacks of Volcarona, that's a good play. I put myself back in the lead scenario with my Shifu. Yeah. Okay. I get a pretty free Surging Strikes here. He's not going to expect to be slower. Do I die to a Volt Switch? It's a roll. Let's hope he's not Scarf. Do I want to risk it? I think I'm fine to risk it. He's not Boots. He could be Light Clay. Do I risk my Shifu? What else would I go? I'm going to risk my Shifu. This could potentially be a game-losing play. If I lose the game off of this, then that's totally fine by me. Perfect. Okay. Totally fine. Totally fine. Yes, sir. I am Adam the Scarf. Azure comes in. If he superpowers, I don't care. I just get to go my Ferrothorn. Yep, that's totally fine. Okay, and I can sack this if I would like, or I can just go Altaria. I don't believe Altaria dies to a -1 play rough. I'm going to check the calc. Let's assume that this is just this investment. Sure. I don't die to a +0 play rough. Cool. I think I'm just up on sacks, so I win the game through that. Yeah, cool. Okay. If he's specially defensive, then this is awkward. Let's make myself Mega. Make myself Pixelate. Okay, I always kill. Perfect. Cool. Pick up my kill. It's totally fine. No matter what he goes, I think I can just sack my Ferrothorn, and that's fine. Yeah, I think I'm just up on sacks, and I just went through that. He has to make it rain to knock me out, so I can just go Urshifu and Surging Strikes. Yep. Do I take too much from Garchomp Chip? There's potential. Yeah, I'm fine with it. Oh! Oh, give me a high roll! Oh, that's a throw. Okay, no, it's fine. Alright. Now he's going to go Garchomp to save a sack. I'm just going to go Hoopa. Recover. Okay, that's fine. Huh. At -2, he doesn't kill my Altaria. He's fine. It's fine, I think. Yeah. If he goes Weavile, he auto-loses. If he goes Garchomp, he has to kill me in order to win. That's fine by me. I believe he auto-loses if he goes Garchomp. Yeah, because Altaria just wins. Okay. He has to kill me. If he Swords Dances, he loses. So... Can I just sack Ferrothorn? He has to Swords Dance in order to come back in the game, because otherwise he can't break my Altaria, so I just stay in Nice Punch. Skill Shot. Get 2 hits. Get 2 hits. Okay, it's fine. Okay. This should always be able to avenge with Hyper Boost. Unless he gets a Poison Jab crit, in which case he's the better player. Congratulations to him. I love how I had all that prep in the intro with the team builder for it to just come down to this. Can I still lose? I can lose if he SDs, so I have to sack this. Yeah. Oh, but he's not banded. His boots. So, yeah, I just win with close combats. GG. Okay. That is a clean little 3-0 victory, up to a 4-win streak. That's so many wins in a row. It's a fuck ton of wins in a row. Go me, go team. But that is the battle. Thank you guys for watching. Very short battle in comparison to the team builder. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Watch next week when I play week 10, which is the last game of the season for me. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.